man, I was a naughty kid. I sold, weed and everything. My dad smuggled cannabis around the world. When he was, a kid in the 70s.
Yeah.
He's got cool stories of being in Kathmandu and all kinds of wild shit.
Okay.
My brother and I were naughty. We sold a lot of weed and psychedelics and sometimes some other shit that wasn't good growing up because, the pill epidemic, just fall into your own addictions. You sell what you're addicted to. But for me, psychedelics started at 12 years old. Started smoking cannabis at 8, way too young for both of these substances. But, psychedelics, I think I took MDMA that same year, 12, 13. I took mescaline that same year. I was thinking about it the night. I was like, well, when did this all really start? And then, throughout my life, there was ketamine, there was this, there was that, and the other thing. And it really didn't come to the forefront of my mind as a healing modality until I started, until I retired.
Okay.
I wanted to kill myself. I was addicted to fentanyl and to heroin and Oxycontin and to anything really that got me high. But those are the things that had a hold of my body. Because I started taking pills when I was 14, through wrestling. I was always injured. Taking pills just felt good. And then, overdosed at 27, 28. And, I was it always was the thing that ruined my life, ruined my career, ruined my relationships, ruined my businesses that I had started. And my dad always told me, about eating peyote buttons in the desert and about how it's all ceremonial and how these are medicines. These aren't drugs. And he wouldn't get mad when my Uncle Leroy would drop off 100 pounds in the garage. My dad couldn't pull his Porsche at the beach house. He's like, I don't care about that, but get the rest of that shit out of my house. Get those pills, get that cocaine out of my house. That's not good stuff. And I was trying to be a bad boy. I was being a douchebag, and he was always very much on the plant side, the medicine side. And when I retired, I was friends with Joe Rogan, heard a lot of his information. My brother, being someone who had been extracting DMT for like 15 years.
Okay. So he was early into that.
Yeah, my brother was super into it. And I knew that it's DMT is what made me retire. It was like, time to grow up, Peter Pan, Count Chocula. It's time to, you were a world champion like 7 years ago, dude. Like, let's move on. You're addicted. You've stuck a loaded gun in your mouth. I don't know how many times. The only reason I didn't pull the trigger was because my daughter. So and when fentanyl's not getting you high enough, and I never injected anything because I knew that I was a fighter. I didn't want track marks, and I knew that would be the end. So I thought, okay, let's figure this out.